Hi pilgrims, this is going to be something a bit new. Haven't tried doing this before, and it's a fairy story called Faerie Down, and this is the very beginning. So the Flutter family had lived at the same location on Cuckoo Patch Farm for as long as anyone in the family could ever remember. Home was along the edge of a field system between two farms belonging to Farmer Brown and Farmer Giles. The two farmers understood the countryside and country law, and being sons of the sod, had a childlike belief in fairy lore. Farmer Giles and Farmer Brown always left a 10-yard strip of unploughed land around the outside of the fields to appease the fairy nation that he believed lived in and around their farms. Neither Giles nor Brown had ever seen fairies, but stories had been passed down from Mum and Dad and Grandma and Grandpa and the great-grandparents. Although they had never seen fairies, the two farmers knew it was best to believe in the existence of fairies due to the inexplicable events on the farm. Extraordinary milk yields from their Jersey cows, especially the morning after a heavy thunderstorm. Chickens laying lovely golden yolk eggs every day of the week. The silage and hay harvest always finished on time before the stormy weather hit. And many such things that they did. Both Farmer Giles and Farmer Brown believed that all the good fortune that the farms were having was due in no small part to the Flutter family of fairies that they unwittingly entertained. Now Farmer Giles had a wee daughter called LJ, and she also believed in fairies. Not only did she believe in fairies, but she had seen them not once but many times, singing sweet melodies to LJ as well as sleep lullabies at bedtime. LJ had seen them in the field margins that Farmer Giles called set aside, but LJ preferred to call it set aside for the fairies. The Flutter nation lived all along the main hedgerows between the two farms, and great-grandparents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces and nephews. And the Flutter nation loved this area due to the fact that the farmers were organic farmers through and through. No nasty sickening pesticides, herbicides, fungicides or insecticides. The Flutter nation was one of the healthiest nations in the area due to the fact that their two farmers adhered to a strict organic practice. The hedgerows are the Flutter nation's larder. The marginal grass always sweet, the elderflower and berries are so lusciously tasty, the mallow, the sap from the birch trees, lovely and full of flavour, the hedgerow berries like blackberries, and the marginal flowers like dandelions and daisies and marigolds, from the farmer's garden. And on birthdays and holidays, honeysuckle that grew around the outside of Farmer Giles's cottage. A fallen flutter, Flax by name, tried once to recover some juicy honey from a bee's nest hanging from a gatepost in the middle of the hedgerow. All the Flutter nations know not to go near a bee's nest, as bees are very possessive about the sweet honey that they collect. The worker bees misunderstood Flax's intention and got annoyed when Flax stood on their doorstep. The bees flew out of the front door with such force that poor Flax was flattened. His wings broke and he was knocked off the doorstep, and he tumbled to his demise. LJ, although only 4, knew a great deal about fairies because she had grown up with them all around her since the day she was born. She knew that they were not to be feared. She knew that they liked sweet things to eat, and to drink, and even built a summer house out of sticks that was long and sprawling on many levels for her new friends. The Flutter Nation, there was Ma, who was named Fawn, and Pa, Fallon, the sons, Stitch and Stag, the daughters, Flower, Petal and Twig. Twig Flutter taught LJ Gnomish, a fairy language, and LJ could say her own name in Gnomish long before she could say it in English. LJ was born on a half moon, and the Flutters always held the fourth quarter of the month as a holiday. Holidays always lasted for the best part of a week, and a party of sweet hedgerow tasties would always be on the menu. LJ was growing up with her natural family and learning her place within that family and learning the language of her parents. Along with this, LJ was busy learning a second language of Gnomish, and the first word she uttered was her name, Lydia June. LJ's parents thought it was very cute that LJ was burbling and googling most of the day. What they didn't know or even understand was LJ was practicing her newfound Gnomish language. Twig took it upon herself to teach LJ her name as well as the Gnomish alphabet, mainly because Twig, being the youngest in the Flutter Nation, was still trying to find her own place within the family. Fairies are all around, but they are rarely seen by humans, or rather they are seen, but are often mistaken for many other things, like a jenny wren, a gold tress, a dragonfly, a mayfly, a dandelion seed, or a floater in the eye, so many things. And when a whole family of fairies migrate to a different home, they will move under cover of a natural event, like a tree releasing its flower seeds. But that's what fairies do. See you next time. Bye for now.